I don't want kids or I'm done having kids, do I really need to change anything? Does it matter?
Reproduction is one of the many puzzle pieces, and that is a choice or decision that is up to you. The other pieces are still critical when we look at heart health, when we look at digestion, hormonal health, bone. I can keep going and going. That you want to connect all those puzzle pieces together and think about your holistic health and how eating enough will honor that, and you'll feel it. And I know for some, as they're in the middle of this journey, it doesn't feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But as you listen to stories from others that have recovered from RED-S, they'll tell you that someday you're just going to be sitting there and all of a sudden you're just going to have this feeling like, I'm calmer. I can actually go to the bathroom regularly. I'm always shocked how many athletes get excited about stuff like that. Or I slept all the way through the night. And those are things that we take for granted
Yes,
until they're gone. And so, like I said, if that piece of the puzzle you're not interested in, there's a lot of other that I bet you are.
Would you say that there is too much focus put on kids being the only reason you need to recover from this? I've heard this from a lot of people in recovery, that they feel like, and either from medical professionals or just by society, like unless they want kids, like there's no point in doing this. There's just no focus on that.
I do. Well, when you think about RED-S can start from, I mean, even if they haven't had a cycle, maybe it's a 13-year-old female or a 11-year-old male versus we talked about the masters athlete. If we're solely focusing on having children, that misses a large group that's not going to connect with the messages that we're talking about. The other piece is if somebody is even wanting to have children, that's a lot of pressure to put on them, especially when sometimes it can be a process that takes a lot longer. And we want to have other factors that make us feel like we're moving towards the goal, and put that on the back burner and take that pressure off yourself during this time.
Would you say, what would you say to someone who is feeling like the world has forgotten them because they don't want kids? They are of reproductive age, but they just don't want kids, and it feels like no one cares. Any last pieces of advice you'd give to that person?
Sure. Find somebody that's in this for the love of the work that they do, the love of the athletes that they treat. You know, I want to see my athletes be able to do the things that they want to do until they can no longer. I want to do that for myself. So I know that there's goals that they have, and you have to find a clinician that's going to, or provider that's going to listen to where your goals are and then align with those accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.